So it's kind of dark down here, but what I know is that awesome things can be birthed even in dark places. And it's not always the church that has gone through a crisis or that has experienced transition in senior leadership. Sometimes it's just a church that is stuck, that is experiencing diminishing returns, and they can't figure out why. And that is the case here. My team and I are here in Tucson, Arizona, and we're experiencing and seeing something phenomenal be birthed from what was a dark place. This church here in Arizona, they started working with us in April. They called us after they had been around. The church was launched 8 years ago, and when they first started, they were blossoming, and they were blooming. But then after about 3 years, they started experiencing over and over again diminishing returns. Things were not getting better. They couldn't figure out why. They were trying to use different tools and different methods to get things going again, brought in new staff, and nothing was working, and they kept on declining. So with that, with declining people, there was a decline in finances and resources. But in April, they called REXcel, and they were one of the churches that we accepted to work with that year and or that season, and it has been phenomenal. So now 9 months later, they brought us back in, and here we are in their basement, where we are now turning what was just a raggedy, empty basement into a fellowship hall, a place where the teens can hang out and they can just have a great time together growing in God. But it's also going to be somewhat of an overflow room and a place where when it's so crowded, they can put some extra people. With that, and why are we doing that, making it into an overflow room? Well, because for all these years, they've been at one service, but now they're adding a second service. And even with that, it's just a temporary provision, because we're here not only to help them redevelop the look of things and redevelop their space, but we're helping them get ready for the next growth stage. So even with this is just another temporary provision, because we're now getting their systems and their culture together for the next level. And I think that it's just going to be a matter of time before they have to move into a new building. So we're so glad to be here. What did we do? Well, we learned the culture. We observed the culture. We messed with the culture. And then we left it to excel. And then we had to come back. So I'm so excited. And this can also be your story. Although the story of your church and your ministry, it may vary and it may be different as far as the details. But this story here in Tucson is your story. Everyone is trying to get to another level. We all want to get to another level, and it's for the glory of God, so that souls can be added to the kingdom of God, and so that we can make heaven as crowded as possible. So we can't wait to work with you. Again, in April, we had 20 churches that were accepted. Over 200 churches applied for us to work with them. Now we've changed our intake system to registration, and we've doubled the intake. So we can't wait to work with now 40 churches across the country for this winter 2019 season. So we hope that you register, and the minute you register, that's when we start working. We can't wait to work with you so that we can add more souls to the kingdom of God, so that you can excel in ministry and in leadership and change more lives. PierreLaMar.com/REXcel. REXcel. Peace.